Hello, this is Cindy, your technician, and I'm going to show you how to use InDesign with the template that has been provided for your project. Hopefully you have followed along with the previous demos on the introduction to InDesign to give you some context as to what we're doing here. So I've downloaded the template and I'm going to open it. So I can go File, Open, or I can click the Open button on the left. And I'm just going to look for it. And there it is. Give it a second to open. You might get a dialog box that pops up that says that you're missing links to images, and that's fine. I do have images, so mine are links, so I did not get that dialog box, but you can just click Don't Update, and that will be fine. So we're currently in the master pages. We'll take a look here. So we actually have two master pages, A master and B master, as well as your document pages, and there's 3 of those. And I can click on those document pages to take a look. But I want to go back to my master pages. So we have an A master page, which is controlling the first page, the first document page, and then we have a B master page that is controlling pages 2 and 3. So coming back to my A master, I want to make sure to double click A master and see that it's highlighted so I know that I'm actually clicked into it. And I want to update some information. Because, actually I'll scroll out again, if I'm in the document page, you can see items that are in the master can't be modified. I can't click into them to change them. So, sorry, coming back to the A master, and I'll just scroll in a bit. So, I want to change my section. So, you might be section 1, or 2, or 3. And it's actually fall 2020, so we'll change that. And that's all we need to change here. Great. But as well, I have some information on the first document page that I need to change. So I'll just scroll in a bit here. So I want to put in my name. You want to put in your name. And we don't have 2 instructors, just 1. So I'll delete that. And your instructor name. You want to enter that. So it might be Judy Armstrong. Oops. Or it might be Jen Doobie, or it might be Justin Pritchard. Great. So, my word is type. You'll have a different word. So you want to come into here and change the word. If you have quite a long word, so I'm just going to put in a bunch of Z's here. You'll notice and remember from Louise's demos on the introduction to InDesign that we get this little plus sign, this red square with plus sign in, indicating that the text frame is not large enough to show all of the types. So you would need to come in and, what I want to do, you would need to come in and modify that so that the rest of the letters are visible. So you'll see we have the images that you'll take on your phone on page 1 and then on page 2 and 3, depending on how long your word is. If your word is only 5 letters long, you'll only need this page 2, and you can delete page 3. You can just click on it. You can click and drag it to the trash bin at the bottom right of this panel, or you can always right-click and delete, but I will leave that alone. But I'm going to work on the first page. So I have my text boxes here, and what I want is, or I'm going to change my word to typed. So I'll put my D in there, so I can show you modifying these images. So again, you may not have these images, so they're not linked. Mine are linked, so they're fine. And you'll change these images by replacing them, which I'll show you right now. So if I press spacebar, I get a little hand that lets me move things around. And all I'm going to do is copy one of these. So I've clicked on my E, and I'm just going to hit copy, Command C, and I'm going to paste Command V. There it is. And I'm going to bring it over and drop it so that it's on this guideline at the bottom, so my baseline. And you'll notice, let me just zoom in a bit. As I'm clicking and dragging, I get little double arrows that show that it's actually now the same distance between, because you want these distance between the letters to be even. Yeah, zoom out. To zoom into the document itself, I can hit Command plus and Command minus to zoom out. Great. Yeah, as well, I can, if I need to have the spacing between these all even, which I already did, but this is a different way, I can select all of them, so I can just click and drag around. And at the top here, at the top here, and I'll just zoom in. We have these little symbols that say distribute top edges, distribute vertical centers, distribute bottom edges, distribute right edges. So to even it out, I can distribute horizontal centers. So I'll just zoom out here, and they're all selected. So it's just going to make even spacing between all of them that way. So I want to change my E to a D, and I already have my picture. Just show you how my folder is set up. So, as Louise mentioned, you want to have your file management to be nice and tidy. So what I have here is a document, or a folder, sorry, called 393 found type. I have my InDesign file in here, and I have another folder for my images. So all of my images are in my folder. So it's nice and tidy. So one folder for everything, and within that folder I have my InDesign file and I have my pictures. Let's move that back. Oh, there we go. Sorry. There we go. All right, so all I need to do is to replace this image. So place to replace. So I've clicked on the image, and I know I've clicked on it because I've clicked on the double circle in the center, and I can see that I have the brown box around it. And I'm just going to go File, Place, which is also Command D, so File, Place. And I'm going to go to the correct folder, find my correct folder. There's my images, and I want the D, and I'm going to just click Open. Great. So if I want to change within this frame. So we want to keep the frame the same proportions as the other frames so that everything looks similar. If I want to change the image as it's sitting within the frame, I can click on that double circle and I can change it. But as you saw, I kind of squished it. What you want to do is hit Shift, and that will keep the correct proportion. So if I wanted it to be bigger, I can change it like that. So again, click, hit Shift, and I can change the size and move it around within the frame. I'm just going to undo. If I need to, or I do need to, if I need to change the size of one of them, I can select it and just hit Shift and Command to change both the frame and the image at the same time. Undo that. But what I really want to do is not have this image coming off of the page like so. I want them to be all in the page. And I want to make sure that they're on this bottom baseline here. So I'm going to select them all. So I'm just clicking and dragging. I'm using the black arrow to click and drag and select all of them. I'm going to click Shift and Command so that the frames and the images are going to resize together. And I'm just going to do that. So I just made it a bit smaller. And I also landed my image on the right-hand guide. So that looks nice and tidy. And you may have more, but all you have to do is just copy and paste this frame, replace it with the image that you need, and work with it from there. Coming to the second page, so I have my letter T here. Maybe I will, so what I'll do is, so this T and this T look fine. I can come in here and put in my typeface name and all the various information that I need here. But again, since it's a template, I'm just gonna, for my next letter, the Y, I'm just gonna copy and paste again. So I can do both at the same time, so I can use my black arrow to click that, click them both, or to drag over them, and I have them both selected. Or I can click on the T and then just hit Command, hit Shift T, hold down Shift and click the other one, and they're both selected. So I'm going to copy, Command C, I'm going to paste, Command V, and I'm going to bring them over and align them nicely to my guides. And InDesign will help with that. I need to replace this image of the T with my Y, so I'm just going to go File, Place, choose the Y, and then I'm going to come into my T here, and I want to choose another typeface for it. So I need my character panel, so I'm going to go Window, Type in Tables, Character. There it is. And I will choose a different typeface. Let's see what this one. So you'll see that it disappeared, but also that the red square with the plus sign is there. So that indicates that this particular typeface is a bit too large for the box that I have. So I have the box selected, and under character, I'm just going to make it a bit smaller. So it's currently at 200. I'll just enter in, say, 180. There we go. And that's not a very interesting T. Also, it's supposed to be a Y. Change that to a Y. Yeah, so I'll need to play around to find different typefaces that are more appropriate for my image. That could work. You'll see that this typeface sits in its text frame a bit differently than the T does, so you'll have to play around with that a bit. Let's see. So I'm going to bring it down so that it's on the baseline. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Great. And I'll continue along with the rest of my letters. I'm just checking my notes. Great. So you may need to download some typefaces to complete this task. So you may not have typefaces that quite fit with your image that are already installed on the computer. So I'll put a couple links on how to download and install typefaces for both Mac and Windows in the description of this video. As well, I just wanted to show you, as I open up another file, what it looks like if you are missing a typeface. So if you are just working on one computer, you're just working on your own laptop or desktop, then you won't have to worry about this because the fonts will be installed on this computer. But if you're switching computers, so say you're working on your laptop and then you decide to work on your desktop computer, you would need to install the font on the computer that you're working on. And I just wanted to show you, this is what it looks like. So a little pink background when the typeface that you have selected is not installed on your computer. So this indicates it's not installed, and the way to get rid of that pink background is to install the typeface that you need. As well, I just wanted to show you and remind you what it looks like if your images are not linked. So under the links panel, you get a little caution sign that says that your image is not linked. So you can click on the image, and down below under link information, you can see where it's looking for it. And you can click on this little link icon to link to the image. And now it's happy. You don't have a caution sign anymore. You always want to check your links panel before you export to PDF or before you print anything, because if InDesign cannot find the file that it's linked to, it'll just show the thumbnail image and it'll come out very pixelated and not very nice looking. So always check your links panel before you export or print. All right, so I'm all done here. Since my word is only 5 letters long, I'm going to get rid of this third page because I don't need it. So now I'm down to 2. You may need that third page for your word. Now I want to export. So it's Command E or File, Export. And you want to choose your folder that you want to export to, and it'll export as PDF. And I'm just going to click Save. And I'm just going to click Export. Great. Well, thanks for watching and listening, and have fun with your project. Bye.